Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin Mari in Tech, and we're here today with another Action Taimanin video. So for today, we do have some footage from Kiritomato I think you guys are really gonna like. But before that, I want to just talk about Kana. Screw Rhea. I want to talk about Kana. Can we just talk about Kana, Tech? I love Kana.
I mean, they're the same. They're the same fairies. Just
Stop
don't.
call. Oh, it sounds so racist when you call them fairies. They're waifus.
What?
Look at her little bitty hat. Look at it. It's so tiny. It's hers. It's a part of her
I
head,
can't
by the way. It's like it's actually her flesh, like Sylveon's scarf. The part of her body.
Okay.
No,
I'll
but
just call them idols. Would that make you feel better?
yeah, Idaru-chan.
Alright.
No, I don't mind if you call them fairies. It's just funny because you're like those fairies. Like, all right, which one do we want to talk about first?
I mean, let's just talk about the free-to-play one first. So.
Okay, so diarrhea.
I was gonna just say red fairy, but go for it.
Okay, so Rhea-chan, Kurosaki Rhea. All right. So, the idol, I guess, hashtag T Rhea, whatever that means. So these are the S level 5 versions. Each buff on your character decreases damage taken from all enemies by 10%. And her ability is called Sound Art Orange. It has a 50-second cooldown, sings to increase damage against all enemies by 30%, and to increase the charge rate of particles by 10% for 10 seconds. So obviously, it's looking like her active is going to give her buffs to proc her passive, on top of any buffs you have on yourself will also proc her passive. So people in my server were talking about her, well, both of them in general, and they don't feel like it's that good. Which is understandable because it's only a 10% bonus. And yeah, like, you can have buffs on your character, but people were pretty much saying, like, how are you going to maintain, like, 3+ buffs, like, at all times to get, like, the most out of them? So that's kind of what's, what the discussion is, at least as far as my server's going right now. They don't think they're that great. But this one is free to play, so you have no reason to not finish her. I do like her for her active, because if you don't have something, like, great in your main slot, I mean, the 10-second buff isn't the worst thing in the world. Like, there are way worse actives out there. It's just that people aren't really digging the passives of these two.
Yeah, I could definitely see why people like. I can. To me, I'll say this for both of them. I would say this though. I actually would liked it if they would have had something else in their bonus slot. If you had both of them together, like how am I supposed to say this? Like you have both of them either in the sub slot or one of them in the sub and one main slot, and they have a bonus if you have both of them together. So it may almost make them like they have an extra effect with them.
Yeah, because the issue is if you were to say run both of them, like, yeah, you'd get like a damage taken decrease from Rhea and you'd get damage up from Kana, but the issue is you don't get the buffs, right? Because they need to be the main to give you their buffs. So like you could have Kana in the main slot and she'll give you her 2 buffs, but you won't get any buffs from Rhea, you'll just get her bonus, her passive. So the issue like is basically just how are we going to stack buffs to abuse them? And also what kind of buffs do they work with? Because there are buffs in Action Taimanin that don't appear over your head as an icon. So another thing I'm wondering is it only buffs that are an icon over your head, or is it buffs that happen on your character that don't appear as an icon? Is it like all buffs, or is it just icon buffs? That's pretty much what's going to determine whether they're good or not. And also, do stacked buffs count multiple times? For example, if you have a buff that stacks 10 times, would you get the 10% 10 times or just once?
Yeah, it's like a good example with that is Murasaki's Unique X and Yukikaze's Greek Fire, because they do have stacking buffs basically in those weapons alone.
Yeah,
so
and
like,
Sue's Supporter is another one, because Sue's Supporter stacks 10 times. So would you get 100% at 10 stacks, or would you only get the 10%? So there's a lot. There's a lot of like, discussion to be had about them, but I don't want to dwell on them for too long. I just want people to know they're coming.
Yeah. I would say one more thing. I do wish one of these fairies were green, I would say.
No, Kana's perfect just the way she is. I'm defecting to blue just for her.
No. I just mean like it would have been good if one of these fairies. It doesn't matter if it was her or the free to play. If one of them was green, I would say.
Now I'm sure most
Because
people want Kana to be gone so they can have green and red.
I mean, it's nice they're giving it, but the problem is though is that I was like, you and me were looking at all the characters and seeing what buffs they have durations. There's very little characters that have like increased buff durations to blue specifically. Most of them I saw were like either red or green, basically, mainly green.
Yeah, there are very few characters that buff off blue. But okay, let me just say what Kana does and then we'll move on. So, God, that name. Shimanami Kana. Alright. So the idol, #T Kana. Each buff on your character increases damage against all enemies by 10%, so she's literally the opposite of Rhea. And her ability, Sound Art Wings, is also a 50-second cooldown. Sings to reduce damage taken from all enemies by 30%, and to increase speed by 10% for 10 seconds. So, this one's basically her active reduces your damage and gives you speed. The active here increases your damage and gives you particle regen. But the passive on this one reduces damage, and the passive on this one increases damage. This is from the event gacha, this is from the pickup gacha. And we pretty much said like all we really could say about them of what people are thinking right now. Personally, I am going to 5-5 Kana. I have plans for her, and I want to make her work. I'm really, really excited about her. Basically because I don't like. Remember when I was saying, Tack, that I want a blue supporter that like it converts its defense into attack?
Yeah.
But she pretty much is probably the closest thing I'll get to that because she converts your buffs into attack.
Yeah, yeah.
So, to me, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a little bit of a love letter to that idea, and I really want to like get her and make her work because I've been waiting for a blue supporter that can convert something into attack. That's been like I've been complaining about it for so long, and she does that. So, as far as like whatever, like Kana's like Kirara in my book. Like for better or worse, I'm gonna main her. I really like her.
Yeah, I would say though, if anything, she may have. I would say right now, if she comes out to be like meh, she would probably have. I would say the Ingrid's syndrome, which is like how Ingrid came out like when she first came out, and many people are like she's pretty much a bad supporter, but then later on she became one of like the better supporters over time. These two have the potential of doing that. Honestly, it's gonna either be like they have to wait for their perfect partner or the perfect character or weapon that will help them basically.
Yep, and that'll be where we end with them. They're done. Bye Kana, screw you diarrhea. Okay, where is it? So, Kiritomato. Why did that not? Thank you. Okay, so Kiritomato basically sent me footage of Spica having a 9-second cooldown. So I want to share this with people who maybe want to try and copy the build. Because 9-second invulnerability supporter, bro. So we're going to look through this and that'll pretty much be the video. So, we'll just read this before we actually hit play. It says cooldown reductions. 40% from supporters, 8% from the awakening skill, and 5% from Intel's power, which I believe that is the formation that uses Furfur. I forget the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, but it gives 5%. So, look at Nui there. She's so damn adorable. Okay. Whoa. What did that say? That was so fast. Alright, use free-to-play weapons for this run because the supporters are free-to-play. Spica's level isn't significant. Yeah, because her cooldown stays the same.
I mean, let's just add one copy. It's still at a high, so it doesn't change.
So basically, he's got it to 9 seconds, but this skill isn't max, so the cooldown could be slightly lower, like maybe 7 or 8 seconds.
I think 10 seconds when you have it, because they can go up to 10.
Well, no, I'm saying with the next 2%, it'll probably drop it to like 8 or 7 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there's that. And this is a little hard to do because people may not have the... Well, I mean, they might have the Awakening by now to get the, at least one skill to max, so you could, abuse this. And he basically wrote to me, like, yeah, this is, like, easy floor 75 clears. So, the build is obvious. Like, it's Spica and then these two. Haru and
Yeah.
Mitsuki. So it's the classic cooldown build. It's just that Spica's blessed with such a small cooldown. It's only 49 seconds. So if you build into it, you can really lower it. Alright, he's going to go to floor 75 and show you guys. Yep, there. Oh, that was fast. I want to show people what they need. Damn it! Oh, so fast. Okay. Oh, it's this chick. Oh, anyone can. Yeah, this is easy to make. You just need the fur
Yeah, that's
pretty
easy.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, Fur's the hard part
Yeah,
again.
fur is a little bit of a bitch to get, but once you get her, you could do this. You can use this without sustain, but with sustain, clearing tower becomes a brain dead exercise. He's not wrong though. I was watching Mario's video while doing this, so he's like, don't mind dumb. He's like, ignore dumb mistakes. He was watching me while doing it. Oh, I feel special. You know you've made it when people play AT while watching you talk about AT. Alright. Oh yeah, I see. The Spica lasts 14 seconds, so yeah, the cooldown. The cooldown is gonna pretty much be like nothing.
Oh, dude, that's really
stupid, bro.
Like,
yeah, it's like 8 or 9 seconds.
Yeah, because like by the time Spica runs out, all you have to do is just like run around the place just to get it back, basically.
Yeah, he's already got her back, and like not to mention, she does mad damage because Spica hits everything on the screen. Because the bubble will just travel to everything. It will always hit everything. It's a homing attack.
Yeah. So, and then again, look, she's using Nui again. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, like.
Dude, imagine this with like the Senko with the new weapon. Oh. Just her new weapon, like oh.
Yeah, the sustain too with it.
That would be nutty, dude. It just sucks because you can't use her. You can use her supporter. No, you can't because you need the cooldown.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you're not allowed to. So you just be relying on the weapon. But like, I mean, you pretty much just have that Sonic invulnerability forever.
Yeah, this is dumb. I would say
this is dumb. This is stupid. I actually kind of don't want to post a video now. I don't want Grimry to nerf it.
But the thing is, you're giving up a lot of damage and defensive supporters for more utility based. So it's like it makes sense though, because it's just like and plus you're giving it to Nui. Nui, it's like she does already good damage without the damage or the resistance too. So like
that is true. But I think anyone who's red could get it in with this.
No, yeah, that is true. That's
But Nui is a good choice. Nui's a really strong character right now.
Yeah. So, like, it makes sense why...
Jesus, this is like...
Like, this is just silly. He's just like, yeah...
I don't even really have much to say. This is just stupid. Like, I'm sure people are going to see this and be like, hey, I have a Haru and a Mitsuki. Because everyone just got Haru again, and Mitsuki I'm sure people have.
And plus, Spica literally got her pickup gotcha repeated again, so like...
Yeah, and she's in the pool anyway. Alright, let's see. This is the moment of truth. Yo, and Spica's still hitting for like 150k, which normally isn't a lot of damage, but when, you're invulnerable forever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and then this is just free damage. Like, all this is just free damage that he's just wailing on them, like...
Yeah, this is nutty. And then, the Shin Shoku is just free damage. Because you dodge and they're just all getting hit. And you can just keep them clumped up because you never have to run away from them, so they're not spreading out.
You never need to run away. Like, seriously, like, this is just like...
It's Kiritomato's showing up our Kana and Rhea discussion. With shit, people should just skip the first part of the video and come here.
I mean, like, seriously, like... This build is like, freaking, Sakura's gonna spin you, and then Spica's like, yeah, bitch, please, you ain't gonna fucking touch me with that. So, it's the same thing with Renko's Meteor, so, yeah, this is just silly, but this is like really free to play as like crazy. The only thing you need is Spica, and you need, for the formation.
I know neither of them have to be S level 5 either. This works at S1, yeah.
Yeah, this is like
And the
stupid. Like
rondos
this is
just gives it like a nice heal. Damn, this is. Oh my god.
like I could probably do this, but it's like I don't want to do this just because like I want to like experiment with the girls much more. But for people that are struggling with tower and you guys have the pieces for them for these, go for it. If you're free to play, you can actually if you have the pieces, go for it. No one's stopping you.
Yeah, yeah, seriously, people who have the pieces for this and they want to kill tower like ASAP, like they're, and they're struggling. This is like he said, it's a brain dead exercise. You just got to keep Nui healed, which is easy to do.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
just
just Spica whenever you want. Like literally Spica the moment you get her back because the cooldown is so low, it doesn't matter.
yeah, and plus it's just like the time limit you don't even have to worry about because guess what? The time limit you only have like how much you have to wait 9 seconds to get Spica, so it's just
Yeah,
like it's not you're not really like losing time really.
this is so good. Why didn't either of us think? Like I knew you could do it because it's an obvious build to do, but I never did it. Why didn't we do this?
I think it's
What the?
because you
Why
were
didn't we?
trying.
I don't know. Well, I was trying to get through it green, I guess, with Kirara. Yeah.
No, because the thing is, you did it with Aina basically, thick thighs. You try to basically because of her
Oh, with
acting. I
Owie,
know
with
you.
Owie, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. With Aoi. Yeah. Because
Yeah, I did it on Owie, but I didn't do it with this. But I'm like, I should have just been doing it with Spica the whole time.
I mean, you could probably do this with Yuno too if you want to go for like one color of each if you want to.
Yeah, but it doesn't work as good on because her cooldown's like
Yeah,
60
because
seconds. Yeah.
and yeah, that is true. And plus, she's like an empower more of her empower
Yeah.
auto attacks than just straight out damage. So yeah, that actually makes more sense that Spica gets this.
This is so freaking good. She's like
Yeah,
the
like
only invulnerability support that can do it, because Shisui's cooldown is really long too.
yeah, yeah, and plus she's not really damaged. She's just more
Like
she's
she's
just like
tanky mom.
tanky and with a free revive with it. But
It was funny because
uh,
like in my brain I was like, why the fuck didn't he dodge that meteor? And I was like, oh wait, he doesn't have to.
he doesn't have to.
Yeah, it's
That's
like, but my brain was like, I would have dodged that. It looks like it's gonna hurt, and then it just did nothing. Oh my god, this is so. Oh well, there you go. There you have it, folks. Is he
yeah,
gonna
he
clear it
basically
or keep it?
clears it.
No, yeah, he cleared it. He's done. He's like, let's...
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's just looping because the video's done. But yeah, he even said pretty obvious build. It is pretty obvious.
yeah. So if you guys want to cheese tower or you guys are having trouble,
Yep.
if you have the pieces, go for it. Like no one's gonna blame you if you do clear tower like this.
This is
Can't
all
blame
you
you,
really.
'cause-
This is all you really need too. Is like the leadership and then the Haru and the Mitsuki. Honestly, you can even go without the formation for Furfur, but because it's like 5%, so the cooldown only be like maybe like 2-3 seconds longer, which in that case it'll be like a 12-second Spica, which is still OP. But if you have Furfur, you can really just get jiggy with it. And, get like that 9-second cooldown. That's so good.
Yeah, that's really good, dude. Honestly, the fact like I knew that this was possible, but it's just that it's just like it's gonna like we just didn't know how it was gonna work, and now
Yeah, like
Cherry
yeah, it makes
Tomato.
sense. Like, and I'm like, damn, why didn't I do a video about this already? But hey, that's why I ask you guys to send footage, because we get to see stuff like this that it's like people know it works, but they don't do it or try it, and they maybe didn't even think about it, even though they know it would work. So
Yeah,
this is now it's out in the spotlight. We know it works, and 9-second Spica is a thing. And God, just to have her at S level 1 and be able to do this is nutty. Like, it's such a friendly build. Like,
and this was probably the perfect time too, because Spica just came back, Haru just came back too for free-to-play players. So, yeah, it's pretty easy, honestly. This is actually like perfect timing to release it.
yeah, I agree. That'll be it though. Like, I mean, great build, Kiritomato. Thank you for sharing it, and I hope it helps people who are maybe struggling with tower, because this build is kind of the cat's ass right here. I mean, it's the happenings, man. It's good. I like it. 10 out of 10. Would do again. So, yeah, thank you, Tack, for coming on the video. Thanks, Kiritomato, for sharing great footage, and thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And make sure to hit the bell, because the algorithm is the carpet is lava, so it's not working. And With that, you boys and gals have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another video. Toodles!